Let's start electromagnetic induction, a very important topic. From here, you will get to know how electricity is generated, how we are getting electricity in our daily life, right? And that electricity is we get electricity from the magnetic field, right? So in last chapter we have studied how we can get magnetic field from current. Now in this chapter we will study how we will get current from magnetic field. As I have earlier said that magnetism and electricity, they are interchangeable, right? They are the same thing, right? Only two sides of a coin. They are the same thing. So they can be interchanged. And we can use electric energy, and we can get that electrical energy from a magnetic field. Right? The first experiment, the first thing that was observed for this electromagnetic induction was observed by Michael Faraday, right, in around 1830 or 31, like this. So Michael Faraday did an experiment, a very common experiment. You can also do that experiment at your home. I will just show you a brief of this experiment, right? Just look at this experiment, right? I have a experiment for just.
I am going to demonstrate electromagnetic induction with an experiment similar to the one that Michael Faraday performed. I have an ammeter here, and I have 3 coils. I have a coil with 1 loop, 10 loops, and 100 loops. I also have a bar magnet, and I will start by connecting the single loop coil to the ammeter. I now have the single loop coil connected to the ammeter, and I'm going to move the bar magnet into and out of the coil. And if you watch very closely, you can see a slight deflection of the ammeter needle. Okay, so now let me connect the 10 loop coil. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move the bar magnet in and out of the coil. Now you can see more movement of the needle. In fact, if I go very slowly, you see just a little bit of a deflection. And if I go quickly, you see a greater amount of deflection. Also, as the magnet is going in, the needle deflects to the right. And as I pull the magnet out, it deflects to the left. But when the magnet isn't moving, there's no deflection, indicating no current flowing. Okay, so when the magnetic field is changing going into the coil, there's a positive current flowing. When it's changing coming out of the coil, there's a negative current flowing. And now let me connect the 100 loop coil. And I'll start by moving the magnet in very slowly. You see a deflection to the right, pull it out to the left. If I go in quickly, you see a much greater deflection. Okay, so the rate of change in the magnetic field affects the current also.
Okay. So you have seen that experiment. In this experiment, there were few coils, one ammeter and a bar magnet. So if you see that the bar magnets is moved towards and away from the coil, there is a deflection. So what are the different observations that I can make from that Faraday's experiments, right? Can you tell me what are the different observations that you can make from that experiment?
More the number of
turns, more is the deflection.
Yes. So the deflection or the current, deflection is nothing but current. In galvanometer we have already seen that. Yes or no? So current is directly proportional to the number of loops. More the number of loops, more is the current. Anything else?
Only when the magnet is moving, we get the current.
Yes, when the magnet was at rest, there was no current. When the magnet was at rest, no current. Magnet was moving, there was a current.
When magnet was coming, it was positive deflection, and when it was going away, it was negative deflection.
So when the magnet was coming in positive, magnet was moving opposite. Yes, so whatever it may be, you can say that the currents are in opposite direction. if you just bring that magnet closer to that loop, and if you bring that bring that magnet away from the loop, in both the cases the currents are in opposite direction, right? Anything else? Another important thing you should have noted in that experiment.
It is made up of copper.
No, that's a material, conducting material, definitely.
Faster the magnet is moving.
Yes, it depends on the speed with which you are moving that magnet, right? So these all are observations on Faraday's experiment. I have noted it down. No reading an ammeter when magnet was at rest. Readings are opposite if we magnet away or towards the coil. The deflection depends on the speed of the magnet, and the deflection increases with number of turns. Right? So these were the observations of this experiment. Now what is the conclusion of these observations? The conclusion is that if there is a current in that loop, then definitely there must be an EMF. Yes or no? Because without EMF, how current may be there? So I can say that the conclusion is the magnetic field produces a magnetic flux in the coil, and whenever that magnetic flux changes, there is an EMF induced in that loop, and that EMF is given by minus of n into d phi by dt. Right? I will explain each and every term. Let us first concentrate on the diagram that I have shown. Look, magnet alone cannot do anything. If you have a magnet in front of a coil, what is the magnet and what is the link between the magnet and the coil? Is it the magnetic field? Yes or no? Magnet
Yes, sir.
is not touching physically the coil, but
Sir,
the,
is the coil acting as solenoid?
coil you can take as a solenoid also, no problem. Solenoid is also one type of coil, but it is not always solenoid. You can take a rectangular coil, you can take any shaped coil, right? Coil is a closed loop, that's all. So if you have a coil and if you have placed a magnet in front of it, you can say that the magnetic field actually links in that coil. So what will happen if you move that magnet? Then the magnetic field that links with that coil changes, right? What I am saying that magnetic field changes, basically the magnetic flux changes. The area of that coil remains same, but if you take this magnet away from the coil, now lesser number of magnetic field lines are going to cross that loop. Yes or no? If you bring
Yes.
that magnet closer to that loop, you can see more number of magnetic field lines will cross that loop, this area, and if you bring that magnet away from the loop, then you will find that fewer number of magnetic field lines will now cross that loop.
Yes, sir.
So what is happening? Can I say that this is a magnetic flux? Do you remember the electric flux we have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What was electric flux?
E dot ds.
For a field line passing per unit area.
Number of field line passing through.
Not per unit area, through that area. Yes. Number of field line crossing an area is flux. If it is electric field, electric flux, magnetic field, magnetic flux. How mathematically we have defined electric flux?
Integral of E dot ds.
E dot ds. Similarly, we can define magnetic flux. Phi is magnetic flux. Magnetic flux is also B dot ds. Right? Integral of
So
B
it
dot.
is always zero we read in the previous chapter.
Is it always zero? What was zero? Magnetic flux
Closed surface.
in a
Closed surface.
closed surface is zero. Is that a closed surface or open surface?
Oh no, sir, no, sir. It is
Open surface. Alright. Look, so the conclusion may be that when I am moving magnet, the flux is changing, and as it depends on the speed also, can I say it depends on the rate of change of magnetic flux? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And with that, if you multiply with number of turns, you will find the EMF. So EMF is equal to N into d phi dt, that is the magnitude. And now why the negative sign is there? Negative sign is there in order to find the direction of induced EMF. Direction means
But I was disconnected.
from where? I've said that magnetic flux is integral of B dot ds. Is it clear to you?
Magnetic flux.
Yes, magnetic flux is integral of B dot ds. It is just like the electric flux. But what I have said that it is not only depend on magnetic flux, it depends on the speed also. So speed is nothing but rate of change. So that is why E is equal to rate of change of the magnetic flux. And as it depends on the number of turns, I have multiplied with N. So E is equal to minus N d phi by dt. Here the negative sign indicates the direction of current. How this negative sign is used to find the direction of current, that I will now explain. Although in this entire chapter we will not use that negative sign, because the direction of current we are going to use another formula to find the direction, right? That is much easier. But as I have said that this Faraday's law itself is enough to discuss the magnitude as well as the direction of the induced current. Right? Magnitude is N d phi by dt, but direction is found by minus sign. How this minus sign helps us?
Sorry.
Sir, minus isn't came from Faraday's law, it came from Lenz's law.
No, Faraday in his law only given the minus sign. Right? Faraday's law always comes with that minus sign. You never write Faraday's law is only N d phi by dt with minus sign. This minus sign indicates the direction. Look how we can say that this minus sign gives you the direction of the magnetic
Sir,
of
E
the
টা কি
induced current.
denote করে একবার বলবেন?
বলো
Sir, E টা কি denote করে epsilon এর type এর?
EMF induced
The
তো লেখা আছে। The EMF induced in the loop is given by,
Yes.
right? So if I have to find current, if you have to find current in the loop, you just divide the EMF with resistance. Yes or no? Then you can find the current. Okay, how do I find the direction of induced current? Look,
বলছি ডিফাইডিটিটাকে স্পিডটাকে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করে
d phi by dt,
স্পিডটাকে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছে মানে ওই কত স্পিডের
हाँ,
ম্যাগনেটিক
ठीक, rate of change of magnetic flux also represent the speed. All right. You think about this particular situation. Suppose I am bringing that magnet towards the closer to the loop. If I am bringing this magnet closer to the loop with some velocity, let us assume I do not know the direction of current. Right? You assume the direction of current to be any direction. Either it will be clockwise or it will be anti-clockwise. Right? So suppose this part is coming out of the plane, this is going into the plane. Let us assume that I have assumed the current in this direction. I do not know the direction of current. Assume. As soon as you assume this current in this direction, your area vector will point in this direction. Area vector. You know about area vector? Do you remember the area vector?
Yes, sir. Normal.
For
to
a
the
closed loop,
particles.
for an open loop, it is normal. Now, which normal I will take? Though Faraday's law says that you have to take the normal. If you curl your right hand fingers along the direction of current, your thumb will point the area vector.
Sir, এটা একটা convention. খালি।
Yes. In this case, everywhere in this case of this chapter, we'll assume the area vector always along the direction of the thumb. If you curl the fingers along the right hand fingers along the current. And the magnetic field vector is also in this direction. So what is phi? Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
And the magnet is also coming closer. Magnet is also coming closer. So can I say d phi by dt is also positive? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So E is equal to minus d phi by dt. If I multiply it with n, so E is negative. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if E is negative, current is also negative. Current negative means your assumed direction is opposite to the actual current direction.
Sir, I got defected on scanner. Explain it.
From where?
Sir, from the current direction.
The current direction, I have assumed it in this direction, and then I have said that this is the area vector. How you will find that? You will curl your right hand fingers along the direction of current. Your thumb will point the area vector. Now you multiply B dot A. It is positive. So if it is phi positive, and again the magnitude of phi is increasing with time, so I can say d phi by dt is positive. So if d phi by dt is positive, E equal to minus, and if d phi by dt is negative and current is negative, that means your assumed direction is negative. The current will be in opposite direction.
Okay, sir.
Right? So this formula gives you why the negative sign is there. But also I can find the direction of current by another law which is known as Lenge's law. Lenge's law is another law which also gives you a simpler way to calculate the direction of current. Faraday's law is sufficient enough to find the direction as well as the magnitude of the current. Lenge's law says that the direction of induced current is in such a way that it can oppose the reason that caused it. What does that mean? You have to understand it very carefully. That suppose this is the loop that I was talking about in last question, right? Suppose this was the loop, and we were bringing a magnet in this direction. If we were bringing a magnet in this direction, then current may be in two directions. Once current is in this direction, another current in opposite direction. Now let us take one by one. If the current is in this direction, then this current is also producing a magnetic field which is also in this direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you are increasing, by bringing that magnet closer to the loop, you are increasing magnetic field from right to left. This magnetic field is increasing, and by the produced current you are again increasing the same direction magnetic field. Is it accordance with the Lenge's law?
No.
No.
No, sir.
But if you take the current in opposite direction, you can see that it is accordance. If you take current is in this direction, then this current in this loop will increase the magnetic field in this direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And you are increasing magnetic field in this direction by this external bar magnet. So basically this is in accordance with the Lenge's law. Now let us try to understand Lenge's law in just opposite way. Can I say that this situation is very similar to this loop can be assumed to be a bar magnet having north pole, south pole in this direction? This loop, if I assume current in this direction,
Yes, sir.
and you have another north pole which is coming closer. Look, this south pole will attract this north pole or repel this north pole?
Towards the loop.
Attract.
This north pole will also attracted. Now think about this entire situation in the perspective of energy conservation.
Energy will decrease.
Energy will increase. If you have slightly projected this bar magnet and sit relax. You are doing nothing. You have slightly projected this bar magnet. This coil has produced a current so that it is a north-south pole, and that south pole will attract this north pole towards it, yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes,
the speed of that bar magnet will increase, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the current you are getting will also increase.
Yes, sir.
So you are actually getting free energy without cost of any work done. You are also getting that current as well as the speed of the bar magnet. The kinetic energy is also increased. Is it possible in case of energy conservation?
No.
No.
No. So Lenge's law is basically an energy conservation principle. Think about this situation. Now, if the coil is carrying current in this direction, in which how you can represent this bar magnet? Is it north pole and south pole?
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Now, if you have to move a north pole towards that north pole, south pole, it is repelling each other. So you have to do some extra work, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And the current you are getting is at the cost of this external work. That is in accordance with the energy conservation principle. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you have to find what is the direction of current, you can assume this north pole, south pole, or you can see what is the reason the current is produced. It will oppose the reason. For example, let me check your understanding. If there is a coil, right? All right. Let me draw a circular coil. So the coil lies in the plane of the paper. The coil lies in the plane of the paper, right? And there is a cross magnetic dot magnetic field. Dot magnetic field means whatever you can assume, magnetic field is coming towards us. And this dot magnetic field is increasing with time. Then what is the direction of current in this loop? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Likewise.
Clockwise. Why? Because if dot magnetic field is increasing with time, then you have to produce current clockwise so that you can produce a cross magnetic field.
Yes.
Suppose this is a loop. This portion is out of the plane. I have a bar magnet which has south pole here, north pole here, and I am taking this bar magnet away. Tell me at this portion where is the direction of current, upward or downward? Which I will take as the direction of current?
Upward.
Upward.
Upward. Why? Because the magnetic field lines is in this direction. So in this direction magnetic field line is decreasing, right? In this direction, if you are taking it away, so this direction magnetic field is decreasing.
It will be downward.
So you
So
have to
downward.
produce current in this direction so that it can increase the magnetic field in this direction.
Yes.
Understood?
স্যার আপনি কি ওই পয়েন্টটা একবার বলবেন ওই ব্যাটারিতে যে পয়েন্টটা বললেন ওটা একটু মানে
ওটা আমরা পরে ডিসকাস করবো, এখনই দরকার নেই ওগুলো। ব্যাটারি ওয়ার্ক ডান করতে হবে ব্যাটারিতে যদি তুমি ওর কারেন্টটা চেঞ্জ করতে চাও। সেটা
না মানে আপনি যে ওটা ওই কারেন্টটার জন্য ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড বললেন ওটা কেন আমি কেন ধরবো যে ওটা কোনো এক্সটার্নাল ম্যাগনেটের জন্য আছে?
ওটা নিজের জন্যই হচ্ছে, কিন্তু ওটা এক্সটার্নাল
না।
ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডের মতোই তো ফিল্ড হিসাবে কাজ করবে না?
না কোনো চার্জের ক্ষেত্রে ওর নিজের ফিল্ডকে তো ধরি না যে ওর নিজের ফিল্ডটা ওর উপর কোনো ফোর্স এক্সার্ট করবে।
এখানে চার্জের জন্য চার্জ ফোর্স ফিল করবে না, এখানে ফোর্সের কথা বলা হচ্ছে না, এখানে ইএমএফ এর কথা বলা হচ্ছে। এখানে কোনো ফোর্সের কথা আমি বলছি না। আমরা ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডেও নিজের জন্য ফোর্স ফিল করাইনি, কিন্তু যখন আমরা ইএমএফ এক্সটার্নাল ইএমএফ তৈরি করার কথা বলবো তখন নিজের লুপের জন্যও নিজের ইএমএফ এর কারেন্ট চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, এটাকে সেলফ ইন্ডাক্টেন্স বলা হয়। We will talk about self inductance after 2 or 3 classes. We will talk about that. Do you understand how do I get the direction of current?
Yes. Could you repeat once?
This one,
Sir.
I have a north pole south pole and I am taking this north pole south pole away from the loop, so that magnetic field lines is in this direction, right? So if the magnetic field line is in this direction, then the magnetic field is decreasing in this direction, yes or no? Because I am taking it away.
Yes.
তাহলে কারেন্ট তোমার এমন ভাবে হতে হবে so that that induced current can increase that magnetic field in this direction. So it is the only possible way in this direction so that that induced current can boost up the magnetic field in this direction.
স্যার এটাকে এমনিও ভাবতে পারি কি
হ্যাঁ,
কজ
North Pole
হচ্ছে
কে-
ম্যাগনেটিক পোলটা সরে যাচ্ছে তো কাছে আনার জন্য আমাকে
বলতে পারো।
নর্থ পোল
You can also say that here if you
North
can
Pole
assume,
current
কাছে
yes, a north pole south pole like this, so that if you are dragging it in this direction, you have to do some extra work because it has to now attract,
হুম।
right?
স্যার এভাবে বলতে পারি নর্থ সাউথ পোলটা ঠিক মানে অ্যাওয়ে চলে যাচ্ছে মানে নর্থ পোল একটা ওই
তৈরি হবে।
মানে
ঠিক।
ওটার
It will attract that south pole. Clear this one?
ইয়েস
Yes, sir.
Now if I say that suppose there is a coil kept like here, I have kept a coil, copper coil, and I have placed a bar magnet at the top, right? So when the bar magnet is at this position and when the bar magnet is at this position, what is the acceleration of A1? Is it less than g? Acceleration of A1 greater than g? Acceleration of
Less than g.
A2 greater than g? Acceleration of A2 less
Yes.
than g? Which one is correct out of A, B, C, D option?
Less
A.
than A for both.
স্যার এ এন্ড ডি
স্যার
A
এ
and
এন্ড ডি
A and D.
A and D, yes. In both the cases, the acceleration,
চেষ্টা করবে
হ্যাঁ,
মানে
yes.
নিজের কাছে টানার চেষ্টা করবে
always it will oppose the motion. So when it is coming downward, can you tell me in which direction the current will be in this loop? From left to right or right to left?
Right side.
রাইট টু লেফট রাইট টু
Right
লেফট
to left. To left.
Yes. When it is
Right to
coming in
left.
this direction, the current will be from left to right.
Sir,
স্যার আপনি নিচে বললেন
উপরটা তো রাইট টু লেফট হবে তো
যখন ওপর থেকে নিচে নামছে
আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ তখন রাইট
তখন এর কারেন্ট এই দিকে হবে না উল্টো দিকে হবে?
sir, right to left.
Right to
Left
left.
to right.
লেফট উপর থেকে নিচে নাম
When it was in position 1, when it was coming down, what is the direction of current?
স্যার ইন সিম্পল কথা
Left to
অ্যান্টি
right.
ক্লকওয়াইজ হবে
Yes. And when it is going downward like this,
রাইট টু লেফট
then the current will be right to left.
রাইট টু লেফট রাইট
Right? Because this direction field is decreasing, so it will increase in this downward field. Have you got it?
ইয়েস
Yes.
Right? Okay. So there is one experiment that is shown here. You can see a very interesting experiment. This is a copper tube, and I am passing a bar magnet inside the copper tube. Right? As expected, you can see what will happen here.
Dropping a powerful magnet down a copper tube is a popular science experiment. It begins by dropping a non-magnetic object down the tube to prove that there's nothing hindering how fast it falls. In this case, it takes about half a second to fall to the ground. Doing the same thing with a neodymium magnet of the same size and shape produces a remarkably different result.
This time it takes a full 8 seconds to fall the same distance.
Can you explain why, when there was non-magnetic material, it just took 1 second or 1.5 second time to come from here to here? But when I have placed a bar magnet, it took full 8 second time to reach from here to here.
There is a opposing
So there is opposing force.
Yes.
Sir, opposite force.
Because whenever there was a bar magnet, suppose the bar magnet was here, right, and it was coming downward, so whatever may be the these are nothing but coils. You can assume these are coils, right? So these coils will oppose its motion, so its acceleration is much definitely less than g, right? These are getting this bar magnet is experiencing an upward force, so its acceleration is less than g. That is why it took so much time, 8 seconds.
Yes.
All right. So Lenge's law, it is basically in accordance with the conservation of energy. Otherwise, we would have got free energy without doing any work. Now, how we can change magnetic flux? So, how can we change the magnetic flux? That we will discuss in this class. Look, there are different ways. You can see that magnetic flux is equal to B dot A, right? We have discussed here in last class that just like electric flux, the magnetic flux can also be written as phi is equal to B dot A, right? Or it is integral of B dot ds. So there are three ways, I think, to change this flux. The first is you can keep that area to be a constant. You can change the magnetic field. Next is you can keep the magnetic field uniform or constant. You can change the area vector. And the third is you can keep that field constant. You can keep that area constant. You can only change the angle between the B vector and A vector. Yes or no? These are the three major methods to change the magnetic flux. But again, there may be a method which is combination of any of those three. So we will first discuss one by one with examples that how we can change the magnetic flux. And the first example is by changing the area. You can see that the area inside the magnetic field only we have to consider, and moving part should pass through the magnetic field. These are very two important things that you should always remember while changing the area. What I am trying to say in these two points, suppose this is a rectangular wire frame, right? Conducting rectangular wire frame, it is placed inside a uniform magnetic field. So B is constant here. I am changing the area. What area I will consider? The area that is only inside the magnetic field that I have to consider, right? I will not take this entire loop area. Although this entire loop is inside the magnetic field, but only the closed area, that area is inside the magnetic field, I will take this one only. Now in this case, you can see that in the first case, I am changing the area while this rod is moving inside the magnetic field. In the second case, you can also see that this area is also getting changed. This area is also getting changed. But the moving part is not inside the magnetic field. So in the first case, there will be a deflection in galvanometer. In the second case, will there be any deflection in galvanometer?
No, sir.
No. In the second case, there you will find no deflection in galvanometer. Although the area is getting changed, right? Area is getting changed, but you will not consider this full area. Suppose the rod somewhere is here, So I will not take this part area because this part there is no magnetic field. I will only take this part, and this part magnetic field is constant and area is also constant. So basically you are not changing area while moving this rod further. Have you understood? If the rod is here, then this is B into A, and this area you don't have to calculate because this area there is no magnetic field, so no magnetic flux. So wherever you change that magnetic rod, is the magnetic flux changing for this rectangular frame?
Yes, sir.
No. So that is why I have always said that moving part should always pass through the magnetic field. It has also a reason, right? We will discuss about the reason in depth just later on this chapter, that why that moving part should be inside the magnetic field.
স্যার
Yes.
স্যার ওই ফার্স্ট কেসে ওখানে যে গ্যালভানোমিটার ডিফ্লেকশন করে দেখা যাবে, ওই কারেন্টটা তো ওই লুপটার মধ্যে ফ্লো করে, মানে ওই রড আর ওই বাকি লুপটার মধ্যে।
Current, yes. I have connected that galvanometer. The galvanometer should be connected here. Yes. Galvanometer should be connected here. That current will never come here, right? Because it will pass only through there. If this change, if this area you will consider, then you can also find the deflection in galvanometer, right? It's not that this galvanometer will not show any reading. This galvanometer will also show the reading, because you can see that there is another loop that you can form here in this case. Yes or no? Where this loop area is decreasing. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this loop area is increasing and this loop area is decreasing. So in this case, both the galvanometers will show deflection.
স্যার কারেন্টও তো দুটো লুপেই আসবে।
Yes. We will find the current and calculations later. But that is the case, that both the galvanometers will show reading. But here no galvanometer will show reading. Right? No reading.
দুটো পয়েন্ট কি মিউচুয়ালি স্যাটিসফাই হচ্ছে?
দুটো পয়েন্ট
ফার্স্ট কেস আর সেকেন্ড কেস যেটা লিখেছি দুটো কি হতে হবে?
দুটোতেই কি বলছো বুঝতে পারছি না। ফার্স্ট কেসে গ্যালভানোমিটার রিডিং শো করবে, সেকেন্ড কেসে শো করবে না, বিকজ দ্য ফ্লাক্স ইজ কনস্ট্যান্ট ইন দ্য সেকেন্ড কেস। অলরাইট, so in case 1, galvanometer will show deflection, right? Now let us take this case. It's another interesting case.
স্যার
Yes.
এই সেকেন্ড কেসে পোটেনশিয়াল ডিফারেন্সটার জন্য গ্যালভানোমিটার কোনো রিডিং শো করবে না?
কোন কেসে? এই কেসে
হ্যাঁ।
পোটেনশিয়াল ডিফারেন্সই হবে না তো গ্যালভানোমিটার কি শো করবে? পোটেনশিয়াল ডিফারেন্স থাকলে তো কারেন্ট হতোই।
ও হ্যাঁ স্যার, বুঝতে পেরেছি।
Look, this situation says that inside a metal cylindrical shell there is uniform magnetic field. Two wires are connected with a galvanometer and the shell through two pointers P and Q. Pointers are shifted from initial to final positions, always touching the conductor surface as shown in figure. Will there be any deflection in galvanometer? So the question says, initially there is galvanometer and these are two pointers P and Q, and two wires are connected with galvanometer and P and Q, and there is a uniform magnetic field that lies inside that cylindrical shell. It is a conducting cylindrical shell. So what you are doing, you are touching that conducting surface always, and you are shifting this P from here to here and Q also from here to here, like this. So this is the final position of P and Q. So my question is whether the galvanometer will show any deflection or not.
Yes, sir, it will show deflection.
So deflection.
It will show deflection. How?
So if it is positive, it will go to same magnitude negative.
Why you are saying that it will show deflection? What is your reason?
ডিফ্লেকশন তো শো হবে না, মানে আপনি আগের পয়েন্টগুলোর রেসপেক্টে
effective area is changing.
The moving part is within the magnetic field.
Moving part is
এরিয়া
Flux same ছিল এখনো
ফ্লাক্স তো সেম থাকবে, বি ডট ডি এর তো চেঞ্জ হবে না।
বোর্ড তো কোনো চেঞ্জ হবে না।
what you are saying means yes. So what is the answer? Will galvanometer show reading or not?
So no difference. No difference.
The answer, yes, the answer is no reading. Right? The galvanometer will show no reading. Why? Look, these two things has to be fulfilled. Moving part should pass through the magnetic field. If you are changing the area, right? You are saying that no, this was the initial area, now this is the final area. So is that area changing happening due to the moving part that is passing through the magnetic field? If you changed that area from here to here by passing these pointers inside that magnetic field and you take it from here to here, then there will be definitely a deflection in galvanometer. Understood? But while moving this P and Q, are you crossing magnetic field?
If you take P and Q through the ring, then it will show deflection.
Inside the ring, yes. If you have shifted P and Q inside the ring or inside the magnetic field, there would definitely be a deflection. But in this particular case, there will be no deflection, no reading in this galvanometer, because the moving parts are not crossing the magnetic field. Right?
তিনটে প্যারামিটার আছে, তো এখানে যদি এখানে তো দেখছি কি বিটা চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, তাহলে একটা ডিফ্লেকশন থাকবে।
Actually, B is not changing. Again, if you are saying B is not changing, look how you can say B is not changing. Definitely, area, you can say that flux is not changing here. Why?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ফ্লাক্স তো চেঞ্জ হবে না।
Flux is not
So B
changing.
is uniform.
If you are taking,
বি ডট ডি এর তো সবসময় কনস্ট্যান্টই থাকবে।
no, it is not at all that B is actually inside that loop. If you take this loop like this, look, you start from here, you go like this. Let me draw it in red. Start from here, you go like this, you go like this. Now, from P to Q, there are two different ways. If you choose that I will move from P to Q in this way, so that is one loop. How you are moving from P to Q in this loop, you are moving from P to Q, you are moving in this direction, clockwise direction, yes or no?
And the another way is through that ring circumference.
Yes. And also, if you have taken this loop, you have to assume this loop here from P to Q. You cannot just means like this here to here, because you are crossing this entire ring. So while crossing this entire ring, your loop should be like this or not?
Yes, sir.
If you jump here directly from P to Q, are you crossing this entire ring?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So, but question says that you are crossing this entire ring by touching always the conductor. So, if you are doing this, now you can see that in this area A1 and in this area A2, is there any magnetic flux linkage between final and initial positions?
No.
No. So basically there is no flux linkage at all. And if someone says that no, I will take this one, I will assume my loop to start from here and not directly come from P to Q. I will assume my loop like this. This is also one loop. Again, if you are doing this, in order to complete that loop, now you are saying that my loop is like this.
স্যার দুটো সাইমultaneously এক্সিস্ট করতে পারবে না?
সাইমালটেনিয়াসলি তুমি ভাবতে পারো। It only depends on how you are taking that loop. You can see that this blue color loop, initially the flux and final flux are the same. Initially there was a flux in that blue color loop also. Yes or no? And finally the flux in the blue color loop is also the same.
Yes, sir, got it.
তো অল্টারনেট কেন নিচ্ছেন বুঝতে পারলাম।
Alternate?
মানে যখন আপনি লেফট সাইডে যে কেসটি নিচ্ছেন তখন ওটা যখন আপনি ব্লু কালার লাইনটা দিয়ে যে ডিনোট করছিলেন
হ্যাঁ।
তখন ওটা ঘুরিয়ে নিয়ে এলেন তো ওটাকে জাস্ট জাম্প করে দিলেন কি দিয়ে ওইটা বুঝতে পারলাম।
সেটা করতে পারবে না কেন? কারণ you have to cover this entire ring. If you are taking that this is my blue color loop, so when P will be here and Q will be here, what will be your loop length? This loop you have to take like this. তোমাকে ব্লু রিংটা এখান থেকে এখানে চালাতে হবে।
হ্যাঁ
So basically this length of the ring is decreasing. The length of the blue color line on the ring is decreasing. Right?
Yes.
So final position it should be this one only. And if you take this red color ring, while you are shifting P and Q, can you see that the length of this red color line over that ring is increasing?
Yes, sir.
So you have to take this loop. You cannot take the red color loop for this one and blue color loop for this one. Then you are not taking the same loop. You are doing two different problems.
স্যার একটা অ্যানালজি হতে পারে কি ওই লুপটা একটা রাবার ব্যান্ড যেটাকে আমরা স্ট্রেচ করেছি।
Yes, you can also say that. It is the same thing, yes. Initially it was like this and finally it is like this. So these 2 points always you have to remember while you are changing the area, right? Very important thing. Sometimes students gets confused and they say that yes there is a current in galvanometer, but this point is very important. If the moving part is inside the magnetic field, you can assume that you can say that there is a current if area is getting changed.
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার যদি আমরা এই রিংটাকে একটা স্পিয়ার কনসিডার করি আর ওর ডায়ামিটার ওয়াইজ একটা টানেল কেটে দিই, আর যদি আমরা পি কিউটাকে কনস্ট্যান্ট করে দিই ওই দিকেই মুভ করতে মানে টানেল দিয়ে মুভ করতে, তাহলে স্যার যেটা বাইরের দিকে যে ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ডটা আছে টানেলের বাইরে তার জন্য কিছু ইন্ডাকশন হয়ে ওর ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডের জন্য ফ্লাক্স জেনারেট হতে পারে কি?
ইউনিফর্ম ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড যদি তোমার থাকে তাহলে তো ফ্রিঞ্জিং ফিল্ডের কথা নয়, তুমি শুধু এটা বলছো না। আর ইউ সেইং লাইক দিস দ্যাট ইফ আই shift that P and Q through this tunnel,
Yes, sir.
then definitely there will be a deflection because this moving part is moving inside the magnetic field.
না স্যার মানে টানেলের মধ্যে কোনো ইলেকট্রিক ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড নেই।
Then there is no deflection. Then again there will be no deflection.
স্যার ইন্ডাকশন হবে না মানে যে বাইরের ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডের
না।
জন্য?
বাইরের ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড মানে তুমি কি বলছো? বাইরের ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড যদি ভেতরে ঢুকে যায়,
টানেলের বাইরে
বাইরের
Sphere এর
ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড যদি
স্পিয়ারের ভেতরে কিন্তু টানেলের বাইরে।
তো সেইটা তো স্পিয়ার টানেলের ভেতরে নেই তুমি বলছো এক্ষুনি। সেই ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডের কোনো এফেক্ট কি টানেলের ভেতরে আছে?
ঠিক আছে।
নেই তো তুমি এক্ষুনি বলছো, তাহলে কোনো কারেন্ট ইনডিউস হবে না।
যদি ওটা থ্রু দিয়েও নিয়ে যাওয়া হয় তাহলেও তো ফ্লাক্সটা সেম থাকছে।
যদি ওটা
মানে টানেলের থ্রু দিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়া হয় আর ইনিশিয়াল আর ফাইনাল পজিশন গুলো এইগুলোই হয় তাহলে তো ফ্লাক্সটা সেম থাকছে
না। ইন বিটুইন ইনিশিয়াল অ্যান্ড ফাইনাল দেয়ার উইল বি চেঞ্জ। যদি আমি টানেলের ভেতর দিয়ে নিয়ে যাই তাহলে লুপটা তো এইভাবে যাচ্ছে না।
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
এই সিচুয়েশনটা তো হবে না যদি টানেলের ভেতর দিয়ে যাই তাহলে।
এই সিচুয়েশনে হবে এই
না এই মানে ইনিশিয়াল আর ফাইনাল তো এরকম সিচুয়েশন হবে না আপনি যেরকম দেখিয়েছেন।
ওকে, সো ইজ দিস ক্লিয়ার এভরিওয়ান?
স্যার আর ওই লুপটা কারেন্ট হওয়ার জন্য ওটা কি ক্লোজড হতে হবে না ওপেন থাকলেও হবে?
ওপেন লুপ থাকলে কারেন্ট কি করে হবে? ওপেন লুপ থাকলে দেয়ার মে বি EMF induced but there will be no current. For current definitely the loop should be closed.
ওকে। আর স্যার আরেকটা কোশ্চেন আছে, মানে যদি ওটাতে ইএমএফ ইনডিউসড হতো, মানে যদি টানেলের ভেতর দিয়ে নিয়ে যেত, তাহলে কি শুধু ওই লুপটাতেই হতো নাকি ওই রিংটার পেরিফেরিতেও কিছুটা কারেন্ট ইনডিউস?
রিং এর সঙ্গে কোনো সম্পর্ক নেই, রিং এর ভেতরে তো লুপ ফ্লাক্স কনস্ট্যান্ট, তো রিং এ কি করে কারেন্ট ইনডিউস?
মানে আলাদা নেই, মানে যেটা যে
যেটা মুভ
লুপটাতে খালি
করছে, হ্যাঁ সেই
plus
লুপেই। Okay. So there is a simple question I have taken. A square loop of side A, mass M, resistance R is projected with velocity u inside a region where there is a uniform magnetic field exists perpendicular to the area of the loop. Find the velocity when it leaves the region. Find the velocity of the loop when it leaves the region. Draw the current versus time graph. Assume the clockwise current to be positive. Can you find it?
স্যার ভেলোসিটি তো সেমই তো।
না, ভালো করে করো, সব কিছু তোমাকে বুঝে করতে হবে। ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড ইজ বি, গিভেন, এভরিথিং ইজ গিভেন।
বলছে ভেলোসিটি সেম আসবে না?
না,
স্যার?
ভালো করে করো।
মানে ফোর্স তো সবসময় ওর উপর টুয়ার্ডস দ্য সেন্টার আসছে সব ফেসের উপর।
দেখছি, দাঁড়াও, গ্রাফ ড্র করো।
স্যার ভেলোসিটি তো সেমই আছে, ফোর্সটা তো পারপেন্ডিকুলার হবে না?
অ্যান্ড দ্য ফোর্সটা তো টুয়ার্ডস দ্য সেন্টার আসছে সমস্ত ফেসের উপর, মানে ওইটাতে কন্ট্রাক্টিং সাইজের কেসটা আসছে।
Loss of energy due to the flow of current. I think that will decrease the total energy velocity.
করো, দেখছি, আমি দেখছি।
স্যার গ্রাফটা কি স্ট্রেট লাইন পাসিং থ্রু অরিজিন টাইপের হবে?
স্ট্রেট লাইন তো হবে
না স্যার, স্ট্রেট লাইন হবে না, মানে স্টেপ টাইপের গ্রাফ হবে।
হুম।
ফার্স্টে স্ট্রেট লাইন, মাঝখানটা আবার জিরো, ওইরকম
মাঝখানে জিরো হয়ে যাবে আর ফার্স্ট
তারপরে আবার
কনস্ট্যান্ট কারেন্ট থাকবে।
হ্যাঁ।
যতক্ষণ কারেন্ট থাকবে কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকবে।
look
Sir, can you wait?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
okay no problem, do it. হলো তোমাদের এটা?
গ্রাফটা হয়েছে।
তো গ্রাফটা হচ্ছে
ভেলোসিটি সেম আসছে?
সেমই আসছে।
না স্যার, ভেলোসিটি চেঞ্জ হবে।
ভেলোসিটি চেঞ্জ
এনার্জি তো লস হবে ডিউ টু দ্য ফ্লো অফ কারেন্ট।
ভেলোসিটি চেঞ্জ হবে।
স্যার,
দেখো
যখন কারেন্ট আসছে তখন একটা ফোর্স লাগবে, তো তাহলে অ্যাক্সেলারেশন থাকবে।
বিবি হবে একটা ফোর্স।
ভেলোসিটি সেম হবে না, কারণ যখন ঢুকছে ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডের মধ্যে, যখন বেরোচ্ছে, তো সিচুয়েশনটা তো আইডেন্টিক্যাল।
স্যার দাঁড়ান, একটু বার করছি, আর 1 মিনিট দাঁড়ান, তাহলে হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ করো, দেখছি।
স্যার ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ডে ঢোকার সময় আর বেরোবার সময় সিচুয়েশনটা আইডেন্টিক্যাল তো?
সিচুয়েশন
দুদিকেই-
আইডেন্টিক্যাল।
না, দু টাইমে ফোর্স একদিকে লাগবে, ওই জন্য ভেলোসিটিটা কমে যাবে।
মানে স্যার বেড়ে যাবে তো?
পারপেন্ডিকুলার
ভেলোসিটি বাড়বে না, দু টাইমেই ফোর্স উল্টো দিকে লাগছে দেখো।
স্যার যখন মানে কারেন্ট কি অ্যান্টি ক্লকওয়াইজ তো আসছে কারেন্টটা?
কোন দিকে আসবে কারেন্ট?
বেরোবার সময় ক্লকওয়াইজ হবে।
বেরোনোর
বেরোবার
সময়
Okay, chalo. If I say that this velocity is v, when it has moved inside by a distance x, so what is the flux at this instant? For this particular instant I am calculating flux. Can you tell me what is flux?
ax into b.
B into A into x, right? So what is d phi by dt?
EAV.
BA into V at this instant. So the current is equal to BA by resistance R into V. You can see at this instant what is the direction of the induced current. If I see from top,
Upward. Anti-clockwise.
look, the flux is
Anti-clockwise.
increasing, so the magnetic field, you can see that downward cross magnetic field is increasing. So in order to increase the dot magnetic field, the current should be like this, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can everyone relate this with Lentz's law?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see that this conductor, this particular conductor is inside the magnetic field, which is moving with a velocity v at this instant, and it is carrying current I. So what is magnetic force on this conductor?
Ideal into b.
It is in this direction, opposite to its velocity. IAB. So can I
Please
say,
repeat the part I got disconnected from the solution.
I've said that this current expression, do you get this current expression? I have just differentiated d phi by dt and divided with resistance R. Then I have said that this current is carrying current I, this conductor, and it is placed inside a magnetic field moving with a velocity v. Then it has a magnetic force on it, which is IL cross B. If you remember the magnetic force on current carrying conductor. So it is IA into B. F equal to I A into B. Yes or no? Can I say that is equal to minus of M into V dV dx? Can I say that?
Yes, sir.
So what is dV? dV is equal to minus of d square a square by r m into dx. So when x equal to 0, the velocity was u, and when x equal to a, that means when the loop has completely entered, the velocity is v. 1 suppose. So v1 is equal to u minus b square a cube divided by mr. Yes or no?
স্যার ওটা 2 এ করে দিলে হতো না? মানে আর এটা একবার তাহলে দুদিকে ফোর্সটা পেয়ে যেতাম।
দেখছি আস্তে আস্তে করছি। Can I say this is the velocity v1? What is velocity v1? Velocity is v1 when the loop is completely inside the magnetic field. Once it is completely inside the magnetic field, till it again
স্যার ওই
comes out.
এক্সপ্রেশনটা f equal to minus mv dv dx কি বলেছিল?
F equal to minus m into acceleration. Acceleration is v into dv dx.
Okay.
So I can say that its V1 will remain constant until this end again tries to come out of the magnetic field. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now you can see that when it comes out of the magnetic field, what is the direction of induced current? Can you tell me? Now this cross magnetic field is decreasing.
Clockwise.
So can I say that now the current will be clockwise in it?
Yes, sir.
Now you can
স্যার
see
কোন পজিশনে গিয়ে কারেন্টের ডাইরেকশনটা রিভার্স হচ্ছে?
just when this conductor leaves this magnetic field region. After that the flux decreases. Yes or no? Can you understand? Initially when it enters, the flux increasing. When it leaves, the flux decreasing. So the direction of current is opposite. But if you try to find what is the direction of the force on this
Same.
conductor,
Same.
right? So the force will be again in the same direction, means opposite to its velocity. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if I say the final velocity, the expression will be same. So final velocity with which it will leave, it will be u minus 2b square a cube divided by m1.
স্যার একদম লাস্টে যেটা বললেন আর একবার বলবেন, ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছে।
I said that when it leaves, the same force is acting on it. Now the force will act on this conductor. Yes or no? So if the force expression will be same, only the limit will be from V1 to V2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So final answer will be u minus 2b square a cube by m1.
Sir, why when it was in the field it didn't feel any force?
Can anyone explain that? Why it was when it was inside?
স্যার
the
আইটাই তো
Flux was there.
Yes.
Flux to change হবে না।
when it is completely inside that loop, is there any change in flux? Even if it is moving with v1 velocity? No. Right?
So no current.
No current,
no
no,
EMF,
no force.
স্যার
Sir.
Yes.
স্যার বলছি যে
Sir?
যখন ওই রিংটা
I had
যখন
done in a different way, but I had got this.
Yes, this is the way. Yes, what's your question?
I had done this in a different way, but I had got this answer.
Yes, this answer.
I used the energy conservation.
Yes, energy you can also use. But for energy conservation,
Then
you
what
have to
did I
find.
do? I did that half mv square plus I square t is equal to constant.
Yes.
Then I differentiated it.
Yes. That also you can say. And that was my question, that if the speed decreases, then where that the energy went? The answer is that energy dissipated in the heat energy. Right? As you know that magnetic field cannot do any work on that loop. Yes or no? Magnetic field cannot do any work. So where the extra energy went off? The extra energy actually went off in the heat resistance, in the resistance. Draw the current versus time graph. If I take anti-clockwise current to be positive, so initially the current is positive or negative?
Positive.
Anti-clockwise current, initially the current is positive. B
Yes,
square
sir.
A square by R into V is equal to minus M into dV dt. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ এবার
So I can say dV by V is equal to minus B square A square by MR into dt. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So U to V, if I say, then V is equal to U into e power minus KT. Can I say that? So when it leaves, the current should be
কমে যাবে।
V1
Sir,
into e
V1
power
থেকে তো
minus
start হবে।
KT. Initially it was U into e power minus KT,
Yes, sir. Okay.
right? When it leaves, it will be instead of U, I will write it V1 only. That is the only change that I will make. Huh?
Yes.
Instead of U, I will write V1. Now V1 is equal to U minus this one. So it is U into e power minus kt minus some constant into e power minus kt. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir. That
Yes, the magnitude will remain the same. So this is also BA by R into V1, but it is minus,
Yes.
right? And finally it will become 0. So it will be like this, right? And I think it will not be 0. Before 0, it leaves the conductor. It leaves the
Yes.
magnetic field region. So it will follow the similar type of function. Yes, it will follow the similar type of function. Current finally, this is time
স্যার
axis.
ওটা তো তখন V2 হয়ে যাবে যখন বেরাচ্ছে।
Yes.
ভেলোসিটি V2 হবে current।
Yes. The,
And
this, no,
sir,
this current will also be
Yeah.
not 0. Na? This current will not be 0. This current will
Yes.
be minus
Current
VA,
will be
VA by R into V2. This one. Okay. Yes. So this will be the function of the current. A complicated function, but we can calculate it. For each loop, we can find the EMF induced individually by applying Faraday's law. Suppose inside a magnetic field, there are so many loops. So I will find individually for each loop what is the induced EMF. Right. For example, let us take this question. There is a magnetic field B, uniform magnetic field, and a loop is kept inside the magnetic field. Right. Look, the area remains constant. Area is not changing. It's a fixed rigid loop. Side lengths are given. A conducting loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field as shown in figure. The resistance per unit length is 4 ohm. If the magnetic field changes at a rate 0.2 Tesla per second, find the current in this middle branch. What is the current in this branch that I have to calculate?
Sir, 8
Can you-
milliampere.
Can you find the direction of induced current in this bigger loop?
Sir, anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Yes, sir,
Anti-clockwise? Because the cross magnetic field is increasing, so dot magnetic field has to increase. Look, for this current, can I apply a EMF like this?
Yes.
Sorry, no. Reverse EMF. Anti-clockwise current. Yes.
স্যার আপনার পোলারিটিটা অপোজিট হবে। Yes sir, now it is correct.
Anti-clockwise current. Now this cell EMF, this cell sends in the same direction current, anti-clockwise. For this loop, what is the direction of induced current? Again anti-clockwise,
Anti-clockwise.
right? So for this loop, I can say that the EMF will be like this. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
These three resistance, look, I have not drawn EMF here because this loop is connected with both the loops. This branch is connected with both the loops, right? So avoid drawing the EMF on these branches which are joined or which are common to multiple loops. Then I can say that this resistance is equivalent resistance of these three. They are in series, yes or no? So is it 12 ohm?
Yes.
What is that resistance? The middle one?
Sir, 4
4 ohm. What is this one?
8.
8 ohm. Good. And what is E1 and E2? Can you tell me? What is E1?
So 0.2 volt. 0.2 and
Yes,
and
dB/dt
0.1.
into area. Dphi dt here I can write it's dB/dt into area. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. 2 milliampere.
Area is 1 and dB/dt is 0.2. So it is 0.2. And E2 is again dB/dt into area. And that is equal to how much? 1.5 into 0.2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
0.01.
How much it is? 0.01
Just half of that.
or 3? Okay, yes,
Sir, one.
sorry, it is 0.5, sorry. 0.5 into
0.01.
0.01. So now the electrical network is ready. You can calculate the current in this branch. Yes or no? Can you try to calculate it?
Yeah, so technique.
I don't know. Let me calculate. Suppose I am taking current in this direction. Okay.
So now this can be solved, no? So you will solve.
Yes, we can solve it. Why not? We know the method. We can just try it once. No problem. There will be a practice also. Just applying superposition. Okay.
Sir, why did you multiply 8 by 12 in that term?
Yes. 1 second. Look what I have done. I have first shorted this one. So these are two parallel. So the current
Yes.
in this branch is E1 divided by 12 plus R1 R2 by R1 plus R2.
Yes, sir.
And this current is getting divided into 8:4 ratio.
Oh, okay.
So 8 by 12. Similarly, this kind is coming from downward. So total EMF divided by total resistance is 8 plus. Now 12 and 4 are in parallel because I have shorted E1. Right? So it is 48 by 16. And I have to multiply it. This is 12 is to 4 ratio the current is distributing. So 12 by 16. That should be the answer of this question. Now you can solve it. Now we can also change flux by changing the angle between area vector and magnetic field vector. Suppose this is a current loop of n turns. There is n turns and it is being rotated with constant omega. About this diametrical axis, it's being rotated with constant omega. The magnetic field is uniform B. If the radius is A, can you find the current induced as a function of time? Current loop of n turns is being rotated by a constant angular velocity omega. So look, the area vector may be in any direction and I have to find the induced current as a function of time. No need to put the negative sign. Why? Because when you are finding a sine function or cosine function, there is no significance of negative sign. Yes or no? Because sometimes the negative will also be positive, sometimes the positive will also be negative. So you can also always say it's a sine or cosine function. Suppose if I am looking from the top view, then what I will see that the magnetic field lines are like this. These are magnetic field lines, right? And initially this is a coil. This is a coil, right? So area vector you can take in any direction. Let us assume this is the area vector. So if it is the area vector, then the angle between the B vector and area vector, or you can assume area vector in opposite direction also, right? Then it will be easy to understand. So if I have rotated it by a certain angle theta, suppose the coil is now here like this. So what is the value theta? Can I say it is omega into t? In that case, what is
Yes,
phi? The phi is equal to pi into a square into n, or n you can put later. Phi a square into b, yes or no? Into cos theta, the angle in between them, dot product I am doing. So pi a square b into cos omega t. So the EMF is equal to minus n into d phi by dt. You can put the negative sign, or you can ignore it, no problem, right? Because we are only calculating the current, right? Not finding its direction of flow. So n into d phi by dt is pi s square into b into omega sine omega t, right? You can also omit the negative sign, or you can write it. And if its resistance is R, so what is the current? Current is n pi s square b omega divided by R into sine omega t. So current will be a sinusoidal function. So what we are saying? Now we have studied the different methods of changing magnetic flux. So now we will discuss in depth why the EMF is actually induced. There are two main reasons behind this entire method of the EMF induced. Basically, if you say that if electric current is being generated, then definitely there is some electric field that has to be created. Otherwise, there is no electric current. Yes or no? The basic fundamental is always the electric field. You have to again go back to the electrostatics or current electricity. That if there is a current, there must be some electric field. And electric field is only generated when there is a charge separation. That already we have studied. But there is also another method to generate the electric field. So we will now study in depth that why the electric field is being created. If I am changing magnetic field, why the electric field is created? And from there we will try to understand the entire concept of induced EMF.
এটাকে লরেন্স ফোর্স দিয়ে হবে?
No. First thing we will talk about this motional EMF. Right? You think about motional EMF. Motional EMF is when any conductor is moving inside a magnetic field with some velocity v. What is happening inside the conductor? Let us try to understand. Right? Already we have seen that. I have told you that whenever some conducting part is moving inside the magnetic field, then only you can apply a induced electric field or current, right? When we were changing the area, I have said that. Why I have said that? The reason behind is this motional EMF. Suppose a conductor, it has enough number of electrons that can move inside the conductor. So suppose you think about a particular electron which is also moving with the conductor in that magnetic field B. So now this electron is experiencing a magnetic force, right? The magnetic force on this electron will be E into V cross B. Yes or no? If you check negative charge, now we forget about that ring, entire rod. You only think about that charge, negative charge, which is moving along this line with a velocity v. So what is the direction of magnetic force on that charge? Upward or downward?
Sir, upward.
It's upward.
Down.
It's downward because it is a negative charge. If it were a positive charge, it will be upward. But if it is a negative charge, it will be downward. So what is the downward force? E into V cross B, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now for this downward force, these charges will now separate from the positive charge. Because positive charges are at rest, you cannot exert a force on it. But these electrons, those who are free to move, and they are experiencing a force downward. So after some time, what you will get, that time is negligibly small, right? Basically, we will not talk about that time interval. But in no time, you will find that there is a charge separation inside the rod, right? So the more electrons will now become accumulate on this lower part of the rod. For that, there is a charge separation, and for that charge separation, there will be an electric field generated inside that rod from positive to negative charge. Can you see that electric field now?
Yes.
And that electric field is the reason behind that EMF induced. Can I say that will this process keep on going? No, the process is not continued, because after some time this electron will also experience a electric force due to that electric field generated for that charges separation. And what is that electric force on that electron? Is it E into E? But that force is now just opposite to the magnetic force. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So this process will continue till then equilibrium reaches. In equilibrium, what will happen? E into E is equal to E into V cross V. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So can I write the magnitude of this electric field is given by this one?
Sir, why you have put minus there, E equal to minus, because it will be only V cross V.
No, I have put the vector. What is the direction of electric field? Is it the opposite to V cross V vector or not?
Okay, sir.
So that is why I have put electric field vector equal to minus V cross V. And now you can use the same concept that dV equal to, we can use dV equal to minus E dot dr. Do you remember this formula?
Yes, sir.
Right? So integral of dV is equal to minus of this one. Now minus minus will get cancelled out. So I have written that Vp minus Vq is equal to Q to P V cross B dot dl. That is the potential difference between these ends P and Q.
স্যার কিন্তু ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম পজিশনে যে চার আছে তার উপরে তো নেট ফোর্স জিরো, তাহলেও কি করে করবে কারেন্ট দেওয়ার জন্য?
ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম পজিশনে এখানে তো কারেন্ট তৈরি হচ্ছে না, কারেন্ট ইজ নট ক্রিয়েটেড বাই দিস ওয়ান. When you join these two ends by some external resistance, then current will flow in that external resistance. This is behaving as a battery.
ওকে স্যার।
তখন তো চার্জ মানে চার্জের ভ্যালুটা চেঞ্জ হবে, তখন তার জন্য তো ফোর্স লাগবে।
That's a battery. ব্যাটারিতে যেরকম করে ফাংশন হয় সেরকম করে হবে. If you transfer one charge from here to here, then electric field decreases, and then again this charge will separate, and again electric field will be compensated.
Yes, sir.
Just like a battery. Can you understand this entire method of motional EMF?
No.
Yes.
Should E not be V cross B?
Why? Equal to? What's the question? I didn't get it.
So why is there a negative sign in V cross B? So it should be V cross B only.
No, the magnitude is same, but what is the direction of electric field? Okay, what is the direction of V cross B vector?
Upward towards the positive.
Just think about V
Upwards.
cross B vector. V cross B vector is upward, and what is the direction of electric field?
ডাউনওয়ার্ড।
Can you see that their directions are opposite?
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So whenever a conductor moves in magnetic field, the free electrons inside it experiences a magnetic force and charges start getting separated. In equilibrium, net force on an electron due to magnetic field and due to developed electric field balances each other. The electric field and potential difference due to this electric field is given by this one. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, you do not have to always use this equation, doing a cross product and dot dl then, right? You can always find the direction of positive and negative charges by finding that where the positive charges will move. If it were a positive charge, then it will move upward. So you always take upward to be positive and downward to be negative in this case.
Sir, please repeat again.
I'm saying that if the rod is moving, if any rod is moving, suppose inside a magnetic field, a dot magnetic field, right? A rod is moving in a dot magnetic field. So if there was a positive charge, in which direction the positive charge would experience a force? Upward or downward?
Downward.
Downward. So
Downward.
the downward will be positive, upward will be negative. Right? Now, what is the EMF induced? EMF induced, look, if it is a straight conductor, then V cross B and DL, they will be always in along the same line. Yes or no?
Yes,
If it is a
sir.
straight conductor, right, and if the velocity is perpendicular to the conductor, velocity is perpendicular to the conductor length, then you can always say that EMF induced is equal to B into L into V. Because this B cross V is always B into V, yes or no? Because they are perpendicular to each other in this case. Actual formula is this one, but I am talking about a particular case where V is perpendicular to B vector and V is perpendicular to L vector. Can you say that EMF induced is only BLV?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? And you don't bother about that negative positive signs, because the direction of positive and negative polarity, you can easily find that in which direction a positive charge will experience a force. This method you will use to find the positive and otherwise when you use this mathematical calculation, it is lengthy and confusing, right? Sometimes you can make mistake because of this cross product, then dot product, everything is there, right? So just remember that EMF is equal to BLV, where BV are perpendicular and L is also perpendicular to V vector. And I can say, I can find the direction of polarity plus and minus like this. Is this like clear?
গুলো বার করার জন্য তো আমাকে ক্রস প্রোডাক্ট করতে হবে
কি বার করার জন্য?
ওই পজিটিভ আর নেগেটিভ ডিরেকশনটা দেখার জন্য।
তোমাকে শুধু ডিরেকশন বার করতে হবে ক্রস প্রোডাক্ট করেই, ঠিক? পজিটিভ চার্জ কোন দিকে ফোর্স ফিল করছে, দ্যাট উই হ্যাভ অলরেডি স্টাডিড ইন ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড।
ইয়েস স্যার।
Yes, same concept is applicable. We'll solve few questions on motional EMF, right, before we start the next method. So now look here, the V and length are not in the same, not perpendicular to each other, but that makes 30 degree with the length. This angle is 30 degree. Can you tell me what is the EMF induced between P and Q? You have to find Vp minus Vq. Remember, Vp minus Vq. It may be positive, negative. You have to judge that.
Sir, VBL by 2.
Yes, sir. VBL by 2.
VBL by 2?
Yes, sir. If the length vector is along Q to P.
Okay, look.
হ্যাঁ স্যার। স্যার মাইনাস বিভিএল বাই 2 না?
Sir, only VBL by 2.
Okay.
So
Always
only
take,
VBL by 2.
always take the component of velocity that is perpendicular to length, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So is it V by 2?
ইয়েস স্যার।
Now look, V is perpendicular to B and V is also perpendicular to length L.
ইয়েস স্যার।
So the EMF induced will be BLV only. BL into V by 2. That is the answer. But what is positive, negative? If we have a positive charge and it is moving in this direction, this end will be positive, this end will be negative, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
ইয়েস স্যার।
So Vp minus Vq is BLV by 2.
ওকে। Sir, can you go back once?
Yes?
Sir, the positive charge will go to the P end.
Yes, yes. You think about the force on positive charge.
It is upward. Okay,
Yes.
sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
Now there is a conducting rod in the shape of parabola. y square equal to 4ax that moves with v I cap velocity in a uniform magnetic field B. Can you find Vp minus Vq?
Sir, velocity rightward. Sir,
Sir, 4 root 2 A into V into B. Sir?
ভালো করে করো। হতে পারে, হ্যাঁ ঠিক বলছো, ঠিকই বলছো।
sir, 2A VBL. Sir, 2A VB. Sir? Hello.
দাঁড়াচ্ছি।
BV into 4 root 2A.
Yes, sir. Peter.
হ্যাঁ স্যার ওইটাই আসছে আমার।
Yes, sir. BV into 4 root 2A.
আর বলো, আর কিছু আসছে?
স্যার এর প্রিভিয়াস কোশ্চেনটাতে আমরা শুধু পারপেন্ডিকুলার কম্পোনেন্টটা কেন নিলাম, হরাইজন্টাল কম্পোনেন্টটা কেন নিলাম না?
হরাইজন্টাল কম্পোনেন্টের জন্য চার্জ সেপারেশন হচ্ছে, এক সেকেন্ড দাঁড়ান দেখাচ্ছি। Yes, there is a question. Why I have not taken the EMF induced due to this velocity?
Sir, it will not contribute to any force on the electron.
No, it will contribute to force on electron. But look, any positive charge that is moving in this direction will experience a force along this line. So you can say that there is a charge separation between these 2 points. But I have said that a thin rod, that means this length is very much negligible. If this length is negligible, the potential difference between them will also be negligible.
Okay, sir, understood.
Understood?
It was called something like Hall effect or
Yes, Hall effect. If it is a metal plate, right, then you will also find the potential difference across these 2 points.
But it will not contribute to potential difference across PQ.
No. Potential difference across PQ is definitely this one that we have calculated. Right?
Yes.
So, whenever the length is given, you can neglect the other dimensions.
Sir,
বলো
ওই সেকেন্ডারিটা 2 VBL, sir 2 VBA.
না দেখো, let us forget about this parabolic path. Let us consider any arbitrary conductor like this.
Oh, no, sir, ওটাই 4 root 2 VBA.
Yes, any arbitrary conductor. If this arbitrary conductor is moving with a velocity v in a uniform magnetic field B, how do I find the potential difference between this ends PQ?
তো শুধু ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট লেন্থ নিলেই তো হয় পিকিউর ভিতর।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Can you tell me why?
স্যার ইন্টিগ্রেশন
DL টাকে ইন্টিগ্রেট আছে।
Yes.
Why you always think about integration? Another very simple
Sir,
logic is,
projection নিয়ে নেবো।
if this is a closed loop and it is moving with
projection
a velocity in a uniform magnetic field, is there any flux change in that closed loop?
No. No, sir.
So what is the
No, sir.
total EMF induced in that loop?
Zero.
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 So whatever EMF induced in this branch, this way, it is the same EMF induced in this way, just in opposite direction current.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So whatever may be the shape of the conductor, you can just replace the shape by joining their ends. Forget about the parabola. Think about this rod now. Can you understand my logic?
Yes, sir.
Because the
Sir,
net
and
EMF
since
is zero.
Cross B is constant, it can be taken out of integration.
Yes, you can also
Only
do that.
integration of dl vector will give PQ.
Yes, yes. So U1 is equal to E2. So I can find that this rod is moving with velocity v. What is the length of this rod? Y coordinate, if you find, it is 2 root 2a.
Sir, 4 root 2a.
So it is 4 root 2a. So the EMF induced is equal to 4 root 2 BLV. Yes or no? Now I have to find P and Q. Again, you can check that if there is a positive charge, then it will move upward. So it is Vp minus Vq only. Yes or no?
Yes.
For any arbitrary shape conductor, just replace it by a rod joining its ends. That's all. But here magnetic field should be uniform. That you have to remember. Otherwise the flux will change. Understood?
স্যার এখানেও তো পিকিউ জায়গাটা ইউনিফর্ম না হলেও চলবে।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক। পিকিউ এর জায়গায় অ্যাকচুয়ালি কিছু নেই।
হ্যাঁ।
বাট যেহেতু এটা মুভ করছে, কাজে তুমি শুধু বলতে পারো না যে এই জায়গাতেই ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড কনস্ট্যান্ট, কিছুক্ষণ পরে তো এটা অন্য জায়গায় চলে যাবে, সেখানেও ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড সেম হতে হবে। Right, so that is why throughout the region the magnetic field is uniform. Assume for clear this one, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Now the motional EMF is easy. I think we'll be able to solve questions. Just wait. A conducting rod in the shape of a sine curve of amplitude A moves with a velocity vi cap, vxi cap plus vyj cap in a uniform magnetic field bk cap. Find Vp minus Vq and Vo minus Vq.
Sir, first answer is pi bvi plus 2ab vx
into b
हाँ into b बोले
माइनस होगा 2ab vx minus 2ab vx.
yes minus b into pi bvi is 2a 2a vx
2a এর আগে মাইনাস হবে না, pi vy এটা পজিটিভ না, না মানে
না দুটাই পজিটিভ
i cross k আসছে তো মাইনাস
দেখছি। Vp minus Vq. In order to find the EMF induced between Vp minus Vq, I can say that whatever is the EMF induced here, I can consider a closed loop like this. Yes or no?
yes sir
This is a closed loop. So whatever I can say that EMF induced in PQ is the EMF induced between this point, say PS and SQ. Right? Net EMF induced is 0. So I can say EMF Vp minus Vs plus Vs minus Vq plus, okay, that is equal to Vp minus Vq, yes or no?
Yes.
Vp minus Vs plus Vs minus Vq, that is equal to Vp minus Vq. What is Vp minus Vs? Look, this rod is moving in this direction, Vx I cap and Vy j cap. So is there any effect of Vy j cap here?
No, sir. Only V. No.
And which direction will positive charges move here in this case?
Sir, towards P.
Towards
S.
P
Sorry,
or
yes,
S?
yes. Towards S.
Towards S. So Vp minus Vs is a negative value.
Oh, yes,
Minus B into 2A into Vx, yes or no?
yes, sir. Yes.
Now this is moving upward with Vy j cap. There is no effect of Vx. So now can you tell me where positive charges will move?
Yes.
Yes. Towards S.
Positive charges
That's the Q হবে।
Q.
Towards Q.
Sorry, sir. Towards Q.
towards Q.
Barbar feed
So it is
into the planet.
again minus B into
Pi.
yes, no
Pi.
Huh?
Pi.
How you can say pi? It is not a theta. Here the wavelength should be given.
So ওটা
Yes,
থিটা করে
the
দিন।
wavelength should be given.
স্যার ওটা থিটা করে দিন তাহলে হয়ে যাবে।
থিটা করে দেবো, ওকে ঠিক আছে। আদারওয়াইজ ওয়েভলেন্থ শুড বি গিভেন, ঠিক আছে, এটা থিটা করে দিলাম। যদি থিটা হয়ে যায় তাহলে এইটুকু ডিস্টেন্স কত পাই, রাইট? সো বি ইন্টু পাই ইন্টু ভি ওয়াই, দ্যাট ইজ ইকুয়াল টু ভিপি মাইনাস ভিকিউ minus b into 2a vx plus pi into vy. Have you got this one as your answer?
Yes, sir, but
স্যার একটা পজিটিভ একটা নেগেটিভ আছে।
একটা পজিটিভ একটা নেগেটিভ আসছে,
না না
আচ্ছা
দুটাই
ভুল করে করেছো,
দুটাই আমার পজিটিভ
দুটোই নেগেটিভ।
ভুল করে করেছো। Sign is very important, right? Look, otherwise the answer will be wrong.
স্যার
বলো
স্যার
বলো বলো
sir
বলো
I
শুনছি।
was saying that we can just take pq vector and
Yes, also
multiply
you
it
can do
with
it.
v
Yes,
cross b.
also you can do it, pq vector then vx vy, you can do it, but this is a simple way, right? And vo minus vq, how I can do vo minus vq
Let us take a point P
here?
above Q.
So can I say it is vo minus vq, that is equal to vo minus vt plus vt minus vq, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So at vo minus vt, it is moving upward with vy, right? So that will be also negative. That is 3 pi by 2, I think. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Vt minus Vq, that is moving along this line, right? So Vt minus Vq is positive, I think, right?
Sir,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
না না ঠিক আছে আমি নেগেটিভ নিয়ে নিয়েছিলাম। Sir, vt minus vq is positive or negative?
Vt, acha, Vt minus Vq is negative also, yes. It is also negative because
Yes, it is negative.
Vt minus Vq, Q is positive, T is negative. So it is minus B into 3 pi by 2 Vy plus AVX. Check if it is okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
আরেকবার দেখান অ্যান্সারটা। ওকে
Sir, we can do it all these by vector calculations also simply.
Yes, yes. Vector calculation you can also apply. Two long conducting rods are separated at a distance L and connected with a resistance R at their ends. So, in this question, these are two long conducting rods. This is resistance R, they are connected at their ends. Another conducting rod of mass M can slide freely over the rod. Right, so this distance is L given and this mass M freely over the rod. It is given a velocity V0 at t equal to 0. The frame is kept inside a uniform magnetic field P. Find the velocity of the rod as a function of time, total distance travelled before it stops, and the total heat dissipated in the resistance. Can you try to calculate it? Velocity of the sliding rod as a function of time. So the first question I will find as
Sir?
Yes.
The second answer টা কি বলেছিল?
বার করছি, দাঁড়াও এক এক করে করছি। Velocity of sliding rod as a function of time. Suppose at certain instant the velocity is v. So can I say that if the rod is moving with velocity v at this instant, then I can assume it to be a cell in this circuit, right? So it is equivalent to cross magnetic field is there. So this cell is equivalent to this one. Yes or no? Where this EMF is BLV, and if the current is in this direction, then you can see that due to this current I in that rod, there will be a force also, and that force equal to ILB, right? I is equal to BLV divided by R and L into B. F is equal to this one, and that I can say as minus of m into dv dt. Why minus? Because it is opposite to the velocity, right? So dv by d is equal to dv by v is equal to minus of b square L square by mr into dt. At t equal to 0, the velocity is v0. After time t, the velocity is v. So v is equal to v0 into e power minus b square L square by mr into t. Have you got this a first answer?
Yes, sir.
Second answer, you can find the distance travelled. Right, I can say that this force F, this force F is equal to b square L square v by r. I can write it as minus m into v dv dx. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
V gets cancelled out. So dx is equal to minus mr by b square L square into dv. So from where to where the velocity will change? When it finally
to 0.
stops, so v0 to 0 and displacement is 0 to x. So I can find x is equal to mr v0 by b square L square. Have you got this one?
Yes, sir.
Number 3, total heat dissipated in the resistance. You can do it in two ways. Either you integrate this one, I square r dt, I square r dt. You know the function of current with respect to time, right? Because current is equal to b square L square v by, current is equal to, yes, BLV by r, right? And you know the velocity, you can find this function, I is equal to BLV. So B square L square into V square. V square is V naught square e power minus KT square, right? So 2 KT into R dt. You can also do it from t equal to 0 to infinity. Why I'll do in infinity? Because the velocity will be 0 at t equal to infinity. Can you see that? Or you can also do
একটা আর
alternatively
আসবে না
acha, yes, I is equal to BLV by R. So it will be R
তো
square.
উপরে আটটা কেটে যাবে
हाँ, ऊपर आटा केटे जाएगा.
নিচে একটা আর আসবে
Or if you do it, you can also use the energy conservation, as magnetic force cannot do any work.
স্যার only one r square will not be there.
Yes, there is one R. I will cancel it.
Yes, okay.
Magnetic force can't do any work. So I can say that whatever is the heat dissipation, it is the change in kinetic energy only. So that is only half mv square. Because finally it is at rest, initially it was half mv square. The change in kinetic energy is only the heat dissipation. So that should be the answer of this question. Even if you do it, you will find the same answer half mv naught square. Right? So alternatively, you can also apply energy conservation.